The Speed Switch with Vivian. Hello and welcome to the Speed Reading Short Break series. And yes, it's another Monday. We're back to Speed Reading Short Break series. And from last week, we have switched things up and we've been having the Speed Switch where real people, real testimonials, real transformation come to share their story on how speed reading transformed their lives. It's been amazing. It's been a moment that everyone has been able to see that, hey, this speed reading thing, yeah, it is real. And today we're having Vivian. Vivian is a mom. Vivian is a professional. Vivian will be coming to share her story with us on how everything changed for her once she hacked speed reading. So let's hear the story again today. Once we see Vivian come in, we will let her in. But have you tagged a professional? Have you told someone that we are live? Have you told somebody that, hey, this is happening? And we have Vivian. Yes, Vivian is live. Hello, Vivian. Are you ready to share? Welcome to love it. Hello, Vivian. Vivian trying to come back in, but I'm sure that she's trying to fix that as well. So it's been an amazing conversation here, and it's something that a lot of us have begun to know that, oh, this is actually possible. It's absolutely possible to move from the point of slow reading, from the point of traditional reading that you were taught at age 6, at age 4 in primary school, to actually speed reading, and of course without sacrificing retention, attention, focus, creativity. You know, still this morning, the team and I were still trying to look at the guides that will be given to everybody that attends that class. We have three major guides: the distraction management guide, and then the fast flow focus kit and the big diagram. Now, when we're looking at the fast flow focus kit, we looked at the fast flow focus kit have 100 features. 100, yes, 100 features of a speed reader's focus. So if you are at the point where you are wondering, oh, hello, Miss Costco, so good to have you here. If you're at the point where you're wondering, oh, is it possible? Can we read fast and still gain focus? It's very simple. There's no hack anywhere. Okay? But there are certain features, there are certain things that improve focus, even if you are on high speed. It's like saying, oh no, if you're driving on the highway, you're not going to be focused because you're driving on the highway. Is that even possible? Because if we're saying speed will make you lose focus, for those of us who drive, do you say that each time you are driving on the highway and you have to be driving at a particular fast pace because, of course, you are on the highway, or I beg your pardon, or you are driving on a path that requires you to speed up? Does it mean that you actually lose focus because you are now fast? I'm sure that you get to a point. Hello, Organic Beauty. I see you. Welcome here. Hello, everybody. Obi Best, I see you. Does it mean that you get to a point where you now begin to lose focus because you're on high speed? It's not possible. Actually, it works the other way around. When you're on high speed, you actually focus more. Of course, because there are features for focus. One of the features for focus driving on the highway, for instance, is the kind of car you're using. I'm trying to use driving now. The kind of speedometer of the car you're using, the kind of road you're driving, right? The kind of people in that car, for instance. Because if you have babies who are scared of the speed and they are crying and they are cranky, that may affect your speed. Are you seeing there are certain features already? Another feature will be gas. Is there gas in your car? Will the gas carry you? Because that will determine if you are able to actually speed up. So there are certain features. However, when you actually begin to drive at that pace or at that speed, you would agree with me that it got nothing to do with your focus. In fact, your focus begins to get better. While we're waiting for Vivian to still try and go out and come back in again, let's see if we have her now. I think we lost her. Okay, so while we're waiting for her, let's have this conversation. because I was still looking at the guide, and it's the fast flow focus kit, 100 features of fast reading with focus. We sat down to actually produce this guide, and it's one of the free guides. Of course, that guide alone is about 15,000 naira. I don't have the exact figure, between 10,000 15,000 naira. That's what it will be sold for on our seller store once this speed reading masterclass is over. So if you do not join that class, the guide will also be sold. How many of us have seen car races before? You've watched car races before. You'll be able to relate with what speed reading is all about. When you are driving at that pace, the person who wins the race did not do any magic. There are just certain features, there's just certain systems, so to speak, that enable that person. Of course, there's the skill of driving. That's one. There'll be the skill of driving. There will also be the skill of speed driving. Because, of course, there's a way they train those guys that do those speed races. There's a way they train them too on how to actually navigate speed on the steering. There's a way to also learn to drive a sports car and maximize its speed, right? These are certain features. I'm trying to show you that you can actually achieve speed and focus. In fact, the speed would improve the focus, not the other way around, that people are thinking that, oh, speed hampers focus, or focus is lost because you are fast. No. We've had 6 persons last week, 6 real speed sweet stories, real testimonials, real stories of real people who have taken. Of course, we cannot have everybody. And the speed switch, right after the speed reading masterclass, we're not having it anymore. We're going over to something else. But I'm saying that these 6 people have come to say different things from their different angles. But one thing they have said, in a nutshell, is that speed is the professional's advantage. I love the way Engineer Mark put it. So we had Engineer Mark on on Thursday, on Saturday, and because it's as if you're now injected with something that makes you love reading, something that makes reading more fun. Do you know what it means to move from the place where you were not able to read even one book? Engineer Mark said that since March till this is June, March, April, May, June, he's been doing 4 books every month. This is an engineer. He's married, he's got kids, he's got family to run. He's a professional because he's an engineer. So when I say professional, I mean adults who are living their lives in one profession or the other. You're an engineer, you're a business person, you're a politician, you're a career executive, whatever it is that you are doing, you're a professional, right? And he said the moment he started reading that much, that firstly he discovered that he was able to needs every single one. We all needed to actually change and improve our speed level. Today we're having Vivian and we're waiting for her. Once we see her, we would invite her to share her story with us on how speed has been able to impact her reading. I remember Chidima sharing. Chidima is a nurse in the UK. And oh yeah, we have Vivian now.
Oh,
Sorry about the network challenge, Vivian.
okay. Can you see me now?
We can hear you. Yes. Okay, you can see.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Apologies.
it's okay. We can see you now. All right. So you're welcome, Vivian. So tell us about yourself. Who is Vivian? Let's meet you. And then we'll take it off from there. Hello, Vivian. Can you hear us? Hello, Vivian. Please confirm that you can see and hear me. Let's know that it's let's know where the network challenge is coming from. Let's know. Please put in the comment section. Can you see and hear me? Everybody. Can I be seen? Can I be heard? Okay, so while we're waiting for Vivian, I was talking about Chidima. Chidima shared, I think Chidima shared on Thursday or Friday, but she shared one of the days last week. And she said something particularly touching. She said that there was a particular book, Why You Act the Way You Do. And she says that she couldn't finish that book in 2 months. She struggled with it. She will pick it up and she won't be able to finish it. And because she's a health professional in the UK, her life is busy. And she kept on telling herself, oh, I'm busy. That's it. Oh, thank you. You can see me, however, there is an echo. Okay. But, okay, so Vivian, we can also see you, but it's frozen and we can't hear you. Maybe you want to go out and I'll invite you again. Let's try it again that way. Thank you. Okay, so, and she said, so she kept on saying, oh, I'm busy, my schedule, my this, my that, hi, hello, aleke. And that was just the whole circle for her. But one thing changed. She took the Spirit Reading Masterclass and then she went back to that same book. If you have read Why You Act the Way You Do, or you've seen it before, the one by Tim Lahai, you will notice that that book is a big book. Chidima said she was able to now do that book in 1 week. In 1 week. It's absolutely possible. No matter the point where you are at now, no matter how you think your schedule is. Now, that's why we're not just only giving you this skill, we're equally giving you all that guides that will help you. For instance, the Peak Day Planner. The Peak Day Planner will walk you through your everyday. Yes. It helps you plan it, what we call a peak day. So there's a difference between the average professional's day and actually having a peak day, a day that you can actually say, oh, this day was good for me. This day was productive for me. And it's something I have used in my life, on my journey as well, that I've been able to discover that, oh, this is one thing I've been able to, that has helped me as a professional to do a book a week, no matter how that week is. I mean, this week is busy for me, for instance. We're having the Spirit Reading Masterclass. I'll be teaching at that class. I have a lot to do as well on my team. I'm trying to bring Vivian in again. Vivian in again. She left. Okay. So she's back.
Wow.
Welcome back,
So can you finally see me and
Yes,
hear me?
yeah, you.
Okay, this is much better. Apologies, please.
It's fine.
That's why we need to have the network providers ourselves. But
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
it's
It's
fine.
fine. Thank you for having me, Coach.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's go. Tell us about you, and then we get into the conversation.
Oh, okay. My name is Vivian, a book binger whose life has been transformed tremendously. I think that's keeping it simple.
That was life has been transformed. Amazing. So Vivian,
Yeah.
before this transformation, before this whole change happened, where were you at in your reading? Where were you at?
Oh, if I reading,
Mm.
yeah. At that point, that's looking at in hindsight now, at that point, I couldn't finish one book. I was struggling to finish a book. There was fog. There was speed of thought was a thing for me. Articulating my words at that point wasn't really coming as natural as it would come earlier before. So my kids were coming up, and you can't just keep forcing them, go and read, go and read. You keep telling them to go and read, and you yourself, you're not able to finish a book or to read through a book in a month. Or even, that issue of you take up the book, it's like it's like a license for you to want to sleep, and then you take up a book, it's like it's a boring read, okay? So I was like, no, 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 no. Something has to be done about this. That was when I began to seek for a solution. I am in a society where reading is a must. In a community where reading is a must. So if I must make out anything out of it, then I have to increase or speed up or get my reading game up. So I had to start seeking for help. And that was when I saw you sharing your journey on the MIPJ series 2024. That was when I was like, okay, the way you spoke, your testimonies and everything, I said, I have to reach out to her. But somehow I didn't. And then sometime in April 2025, a sister of mine had to nudge me again. Chineye, she was like, look at it. We discussed. We're actually talking about, across confidence, reading and all that. So that was when she mentioned it, and I remembered. I was like, okay, this is a plug I need to use. So that is it basically.
Awesome. And look at you sounding so confident and confident at the same time.
Thank you, Coach. We have been through the journey. It's a journey. It's a journey. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. You said something. You said brain fog was a thing. You got to
Yeah.
a point fog was there. You got to a point where you are now seeing that, hey, I'm a mom. I'm mentoring people directly or indirectly. How do I? Hey,
yes, ma'am.
And then this challenge was there, and you knew that there was a way out.
Yeah.
A way out. So my
Yes,
question is,
ma'am.
the schedule did not change, because you made mention
Nope.
at the beginning you couldn't finish a book. Your schedule did not change. That means you're still living with the time. How are you now able to cope? Why did you even reading was possible, seeing that your schedule? Because this is what professionals always say: you don't get it. My schedule is tight. Except some people won't come to me like, "Why are you doing a book a week? How are you doing it? What are you sacrificing?" And I said, nothing. The things that are important to me in my life, none is on the altar of sacrifice. There are things that I sacrifice, yeah, but not the
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So my question is, why did you consider a speed reading program? Because the schedule didn't change, and how are you able to do it now?
Of course, when you come into the booth, when you come into the community, the materials are there. Okay, the materials are there. You have the right material, and if you follow it, you don't need to change your schedule. You don't need to change anything. Okay, you just need to master. It's a change from when to read fast. There's a lot of things there for you to imbibe. Okay, there's a time schedule for you to do your reading, and then you know what to do, how to read, how to know what to do. The speed reading stuff, you chunk your words, you know where to speed read fast, and then you know where to slow down to absorb what you need to absorb. You know what to do. Like, it's, when I say mind blowing, these days I look forward to reading. I look forward to reading. Like, taking for instance, I think the second or the third book I picked up for the week, I found out that I think I finished that book in 4 days. A book I was supposed to read in a week, I finished in 4 days. Why? Because I knew how to segment the pages. But even at that, the interest, the articulation of words, the chunking of words, now what's the secrets that are there, the things that you need to do, what you need to read first, how you need to, share the book and all that. Schedule did not change. The interest was increased, focus was there, retention of what you have read was there. That is something I can tell you for free that I have benefited from. Sometimes when you finish a book, you're like, okay, you want to test yourself. What did you gain in this book that you read? What can you reproduce? Initially, you can read and then you'll be like struggling to remember. But this one, in fact, it's like hold a pen and a paper and then you can put down what you have read. Things that I read from even the first book, I can remember today and still pen down. So it's something to mention. It's something to spread as a news. You understand that these things, you don't need to change your routine. You don't need to change your schedule or something. Just make a time for it, the right environment, everything intact, and then you're good to go. I hope I have shared.
This wanted to give us a speed reading masterclass. Did you hear her say chunking? You know, chunking. Oh,
Oh my God. Oh my.
speed reader, you will know. When you read a book reader, you will know.
That is
I literally
that is
and I hope
exactly.
Vivian has a baby. Vivian has a baby who's
Yeah.
less. And you heard
Yes.
that she does a book in 4 days. Look,
Yes.
there's no excuse. There is no excuse. She has a baby who's less than one. The same excuse people, you don't understand. Now I have a baby, I have toddlers, I have this, I have that. Like she said, it's about the skill, it's about the system, it's about being in the right environment. And
Environment. True.
Vivian, I always liken speed reading to speed driving.
Yep.
So it's someone who is driving a
Yes,
regular
ma'am.
car and another person is driving a sport car on a highway, maybe on a speed race. To the person who is just, you just drive your car to the market with your children at the back, you are just,
You're lounging.
the person who is on that sport car, you're afraid for the person's life. You think
Yep.
that he's going to kill
Yes,
himself,
ma'am.
or there's something wrong, or there's nothing wrong. If
Absolutely nothing.
no, Vivian, they're sending you love. So this testimony is mind blowing.
Oh, thank
I
you,
can't.
thank you, thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, let's continue.
Thank you.
Okay, and it seems hard for someone who hasn't seen it. It's no magic. It's no.
It's no
I mean,
magic.
yes, you can hear someone who learned speed reading. I'm sure that Vivian hadn't learned speed reading or heard of it anywhere else. I mean, another teacher told her this is a thing one learning, and she's telling you about chunking is a high tech. Let me use that word. A high tech speed reading skill.
Yeah.
And someone who learned it wants to teach me. I'm already feel like I'm in a spirit.
Oh my.
Oh my God. Okay, Vivian, I know you mentioned that part of the thing that brought you here was there was brain fog, but was there a moment that made you feel like, no, I have to take back my brain, I have to take back my time? We had one of us, Shade Kim, and Shade said she lost her job sometime last year. And a
Yes.
job she's been on for years. But at some point, she just realized she woke up and she was fired. And she kept on that she knew that there was something she wasn't doing right on that job. Maybe her mind. So she just felt, I think I'm losing it. I remember when Shadi reached out to me that last year to say, oh, I want to join the book. And I know we're not talking about the book bingers directly, but most of the people that come are already book bingers, so they will always refer to it. But bottom line is, the first thing you get when you join the book is the speed reading masterclass. So that's what we're talking
Yep.
about. Thank you. That's the conversation.
Okay.
Okay, so she lost it, and that's how she joined and she took that class. Now, the interesting thing is Shade was able to get back her lost mind. She shared here last week. And not just to get it back, she now got a bigger job. In fact, she said the impact of losing that job was on her confidence as well. So when
Yeah.
she was applying for a new job, she applied for a lower role. Only for her to take that lower role and just apply. Let me get the job. She goes for interview and the recruiter says, "What? No, you are way better than this." And she was given a bigger job on a platter.
Yes.
Just because. So Vivian, I'd love to know.
That's
I also
amazing.
had, it was as if I lost my brain as well when I wasn't reading. I want to know, was there a moment where you felt, I'm losing my brain, I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my time? How do I get back?
Oh yes. Oh yes, coach. You see, let me take it from this perspective. Confidence. As a mother, as a mother, as a mother, every parent, let me just take it like that. Every parent want to be a parent of value. Every parent will want to be a parent of value, where you can be a signpost, where your children or the words or people looking up to you can look and say, yes, they are not, they are not scared to introduce you as an adult in their lives. Okay. So it got to a point where it was like opening my mouth to speak. I couldn't articulate. There was stuff inside, but it couldn't come out like in plain words, And then you are in a room, but you cannot voice out comfortably and confidently and feel that you are passing across knowledge that you have gained. There's so much inside waiting to come out, but you cannot just speak out. So you are raising girls for that matter who are looking up to you. Remember, you are the first environment where your children can see and tangibly pull and draw from. So if you cannot look at yourself and say, no, something better has to be done about this stuff, who do you want to raise? What kind of children do you want to raise? And as the person looking to go back to work, I didn't want to go back to 9 to 5. I didn't want to go back to, I wanted to make impact. And for somebody who has been called at such a time as this, you have to have knowledge. And what better way to have knowledge with if not going to the books and getting the information? And you cannot spend the time spending hours upon hours upon hours and getting so little knowledge. No, you have to know how to maximize your time. And what other way to maximize your time if not speed reading? If not speed reading, what other way can you binge on books, get the knowledge so that when you are called upon, when it is time for you to pass knowledge, when it's time for you to open your mouth and speak, no matter where you are called to speak, you'll be able to say something and say accurately and effortlessly and confidently. So that is it.
Whoa. Wow.
So,
Wow. A whole lot. I'm learning a whole lot from this as well. Thank you so much, Vivian, for sharing. The heart of it for Vivian is gaining her mind back to gain her confidence. Speed reading is the master.
yes.
They are commenting in the comment section. Thank you, everybody. I can see the comments. If you're not at this point, please click on follow button. Follow this page. You get value.
Please do.
Vivian is giving us free pass. You meet a book binge, their head is full, so they have a lot to go out of the world.
Yes, exactly, coach. Exactly.
Amazing. So Vivian, it was about hi Kelly, I see you. I see you, book bingers, I see you. So for Vivian, it was her children, it was her impact journey, it was her being an example, a role model, a sample that her children could learn from. That was the motivation. And because she felt that I'm in meetings, I can't talk, the head is full, but I cannot articulate my thoughts. And she said, no, I have to get my mind back. And she's
Yes.
been able to see that speed reading was that thing that helped her. So my question for you then will be, has this shift now affected how you show up at your parenting,
Absolutely.
at work, in conversations?
Absolutely, coach. Absolutely. 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 100%. Why? Because now I can, it's there. It's there. But when let me say this, when you begin to read, okay? When you begin to read, there is a rewiring that happens in your brain, okay? When
Mm.
you begin another something that you haven't been doing before, the brain is rewired. It begins to create new neural pathways in your brain. So as a result, you are able to call up those things that are inside. They easily come out when you need them. All right. And I'm a person of faith. I also add that. All right. I want to speak what I believe, that when I open my mouth, he gives me what to speak. But he cannot draw from an empty reservoir.
Hiya.
He has to pick from what you have in your inside. So when you do not read, how can you fill in your tank so that when it is time for you to speak, you'll be able to speak? So absolutely, 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 absolutely. I have been able, it's a 360 change. It is a 360 change. Before now, a lot of drums will be beating for me to be here alive. But today, I can comfortably, in my own skin, come out and speak.
Awesome. Awesome. I
Absolutely.
love it. And speak like a
Thank you,
smart speaker.
coach.
Ah,
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much, Vivian. Vivian says reading creates new neural pathways
Yeah.
in your brain. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Finally, before we let you go, Vivian, thank you so much for joining once again.
Thank you
What is
for having me, coach.
have for that one professional, that busy professional
Um,
watching us who feels like they are too busy, too
mm,
distracted, or even wondering, oh, I feel like I should join this class, but should I? What is that word that you have for them? In closing.
mm. You have a community.
Mm.
There's a community of like minds. Okay? Even when you begin to see other people bringing in their breakdowns, okay? Doing what they are expected to do day in and day out, I bet you'll be challenged to do the same.
Mm.
As we will say in our African palace, you know, one carry last. So you will want to do what you have to do. You will want to do what is expected of you, all right? There is accountability. There is accountability. And if you want to learn, if you want to learn to be that person who I will call the person of value in the room,
Mm.
if that is your watchword, if that is one of the things you want to do, I bet you should come into the booth. You should join
Mm.
the speed meeting. Don't just join the reading class or the master reading class. When you are through, come into the booth. We have enough room for you. All right? But first of all, let's go through the class first. All right? But for you to be transformed, to be reformed, so that you can transform the life of others, please take the class. It will do you a lot of good. Thank you so much, Coach, for having me. This is a privilege
Thank you.
and an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vivian. It's such an honor
Thank you, ma'am.
having you. Thank you
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
sharing. Thank you for sharing. Vivian has said it, to be a person of value, to be that outstanding value giving person in the room, one thing you need is daily reading. And you do not have all the time. Like Vivian, who is busy. I mean, Vivian has a baby who's 7 months old, right, ma'am?
No, he's almost one.
Okay, he's almost one
Almost
now.
one. Yes.
Okay. Baby who's one, almost one, and the baby has older children, older siblings.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Siblings.
And
Yes.
our own impact journey. All of this is doing. Yet Vivian does a booking. Yes, yes. You heard that from me. You heard it from her. She does. And our accountability system in the booth, right? There's no cheat code anywhere. You either
No,
doing it or
or you're
right.
not.
And she's been able to do this every single week. Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing. And we'll
Thank
have to
you
let
so
you go.
much. Thank you.
Have a beautiful day ahead. Our love to the kids and the family. Thank you, ma'am. I
Thank you,
absolutely
ma'am.
appreciate and love you for this. Thank you. And yes, to you who has joined us till now, thank you for joining and staying till now. Yes, yes. Awesome, awesome, right? Yes. A mom of kids, a professional running her own impact journey, has a baby who's almost one, is doing a book a week. Now, this is not a race. We're not running a race to count number of books. Like Vivian has said, it's about building new neural pathways in the brain. It's about being the person of value. It's about walking away from that place of I know what to say, but I couldn't say it because brain fog happened. I know what to say, but I couldn't say it because your mind was playing a trick on you that you can't don't say anything here. You're going to say rubbish. You know that voice? I can relate to that voice because I suffered it for years. Trust me. Until I got back my reading and got back my speed of thoughts. And for Vivian, she said that was her motivation because she has kids, she's running her own impact journey. She didn't want to be that person who is looking for her thoughts when it's time to get it back. See, speed of thought is a thing, dear professionals. The truth is, there's either the presence of speed of thoughts or slowness of thoughts. There's no middle ground. So if at any point you keep realizing that every time you want to speak or every time you are called suddenly, you lose it. It's not just glossophobia. Sorry. It's not just glossophobia like many people would think. No, it's actually the absence of speed of thought, which is slowness of thought. So, dear professional, if you're yet to register for the Spirit Reading Masterclass, go and register now. Vivian talked about time. That one thing she learned in our inner circle program is the way we teach about time management. That's why we created the Peak Day Planner. The Peak Day Planner is for everyone who will be in that class. The Peak Day Planner is about 10,000 or 15,000 naira, but we're giving it to you absolutely free if you're in that class. After that class, we'll put it up on our seller store and on Amazon. So you get to read it first, by the way. So we'll put it up there and then it will be sold for that price. But we have bonuses over 70,000 naira that will be given to everyone who joined in for that class. Until date, the class is still at 19,999. After the class on June 20th, 5 days ago, I can't wait. I can't wait to give you this skill and give you all of those bonuses and everything that you get as perks and bonuses for this class. And we have created these bonuses. We have the Peak Day Planner, we have the Fast Flow Focus Kit. I told you that the Fast Flow Focus Kit has 100 features of a fast reader. You don't want to miss it. These are features that I have built, other book bingers have built, and we put it up together to say, okay, let's give it to the world. It's nowhere. You can't find it anywhere. 100 features of a fast reader. Like I said, it's like you have a sports car that is built for speed. There are features in the sport car that is not in the regular car. So the regular car can never drive at the pace of the sport car. It's about features. So we're giving you 100 features of the fast reader. So we're not just giving you skill. We're empowering you with everything that you need to actually put this skill into systems daily, even after the class. And then we give you the distraction management guide, the D12 framework for managing any kind of distraction. The D12 framework has been carefully built. The Peak Day Planner is that planner that you use daily. So it's been curated for you every single day that you can use to actually plan your day from just a busy day to a productive day, to a peak day. Most professionals just say, I'm busy, I'm busy. You actually lack a Peak Day Planner. If you get a Peak Day Planner, you can't be too busy to read. And like we say, if you're too busy to read, you are too busy. Send speed to us as a DM. I will give you info on how to register for the Speed Reading Masterclass. Just DM us speed. I will get you right into that class. You pay right now and then you get access to my best-selling book, which is sold at 15,500. If you check our seller store, you see that's the price of the book. But we're giving it for free to everyone who registers for that Speed Reading Masterclass. You get my book, Mastering Speed Reading for Busy Professionals, for free. And then you get seated in the community and other perks come as we go. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody, today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Another book binger, another speed reader will be coming to share their testimony again. I'll see you tomorrow. This is The Smart Work.